Hello.
You good?
I start eating a Sour Patch Kid. I don't know why I did that to myself.
Like right before we started recording.
Yeah, right before we started. I was showing Harrison how big the Sour Patch Kids I got.
Yeah.
Or actually, no.
So she showed it,
right now.
and I didn't think she'd eat it right away until I looked up and she
it.
started making a face. And she's like, I don't think this is a good idea. I'm like, okay.
Look. They're just big. Anyway, I have a whole thing here. It's fine.
Thanks for
but
not
hello,
sharing.
Everyone. This is the NgoVo Convo podcast. I'm Veronica Bo. I'm joined by Harrison No. That way, this way, that. Yeah, this way. This
I'm letting
direction.
you like talk just to see and feel this out and see how you're doing.
Yeah, we'll see. We're both just here because we want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime to comics. But it's mostly anime/manga today in this series.
It's been anime mostly. What do you mean?
Yeah. But also, we're really here to clean up our never-ending backlog. Harrison's partial backlog. When will it get to my backlog? Who knows? See. Who knows? We'll see. But also, some would say it's two people conversing.
Like NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo spot right above my head, right over there.
Absolute genius. Beautiful. You can watch every episode on YouTube or listen to it as a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. We're everywhere. Anywhere, everywhere. And in this episode, it's episode 6 of our Haikyu Manga review series. Didn't hesitate there, Harrison.
I'm proud of you. You got this.
Proud of you for doing that. No, just kidding.
If you watch that last episode, you'll get it.
Yeah. But we're back. We just read chapters 207 to 229, which is basically like the first part of season 4. So if you are here with us, we don't do non-spoiler thoughts in these series because, I mean, you must be committed. Truly.
At this point, yeah.
You either read it, watch it, do both. Somehow, somewhere, we're here. But yeah, let's just get right into it. This is actually the training arc, like right before Nationals, because Karasuno has made it to Nationals. So, yay. But now they're doing all these, so we first start off the section with like measurements.
Yep.
And I find it really funny that there are other people who think that the shortest players aren't gonna hit.
And it's just like one of those like in passing. If they haven't, I'm sure like normal high school thing, you're not paying attention fully to like other people as much until you're in the gym. Like, oh, that's just short kid. He's not gonna be able to touch the rim or like the back of the board. Yeah,
the board. Yeah, it was really funny because Nishinoya is like there was just like one bickering moment where one of like I think it was like a basketball player or something. He was like, "Oh yeah, he's like 5'4.5" or something," and Nishinoya's like, "I'm 5'3." Like clings onto like the net.
So much energy.
Funny. I mean, there was tension there because Hinata was the last one to go.
And I love how they focus on all like on like what Suki, Asahi, Kageyama, and there's one more, right?
And like Daichi, I think.
Yes. No, Tanaka.
Oh wait, yeah.
Because
they were like rivals, even like
low-key rivals.
Yeah. Yachi was like, "Oh, the tension here."
Yachi's great. Yachi's so funny. I didn't get to talk about her as much in the last one, but I love the quick like pans to her. It's just great.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, Yachi's doing the measurements. Just love how Kageyama and Hinata's like, "What's the measurement?"
Like,
and then,
instantly.
And then Yamaguchi's like, "Calm down, she has to count."
What was it?
The team dynamic right here was just great. It was hilarious. It was
so
top
good.
tier.
Karasuno's team dynamic is always great. It's always fun.
No, it's always fun. But yeah, Hinata is not, I mean, he's a top height person, like top measurement, but like he wasn't up there. Which scared, I think, a lot of people.
Yeah. Or he matched Asahi's, I think.
Yeah. But because he
Kageyama's
grew.
Yeah.
He grew a little bit, yeah.
He's 5'5" officially.
He's 5'5". But remember, Suki is 6'3".
Everyone's like, stop it.
They're like, how tall are you now? This is a tall, skinny boy. It's fine.
Beanpole.
Yeah, he's a beanpole. We find out here, it's actually it's basically, like I said, a training arc. Another camp training arc, basically, for Kageyama.
But
Hinata does not get to go to camp. So we think.
Yeah. What kind of camp is this, though?
I mean, Kageyama gets invited to Japan's youth training camp, which is like an elite camp. Basically, the best of the best gets to go here and train with like an Olympian coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's just like they're scouting for like their national team, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
At this age. And I'm like, dude, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
Only
and Kageyama is so unfazed. He's like, okay.
And then Hinata's like, did I get in? And he's like, I love how Suki's like, this is for everyone in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Suki has gotten so unhinged with like going at Hinata, and it's just great.
Oh, yeah. And Kageyama.
And Kageyama too. Yeah.
It's great. But Suki also gets invited to a camp. A different one.
This is the Shio Torizawa's camp?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that I think that happened at the end of last episode's arc, where they did a phone call and they're like, oh, you wanted, like, I think the assistant coach was like, or the coach for Jozenchi.
Oh, yeah.
Got a call and he was like, it was very like.
Is in passing.
It was in passing. It was like really quick. Yeah. Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah.
So.
No, it was cool. But yeah, Suki gets invited. Again, Hinata's like, do I get invited? He obviously doesn't.
It's like, he did not get an invitation.
No, he did not get invited, but he did crash it.
I still love, like, there's this whole thing. You can tell, like, he's trying to, like, he wants to do better. There's all this emotional, like, you know, you can feel it. And then I love the pan of, like, they're, like, going down the list. Like, they showed everyone lining up. And then at the very end, Hinata.
Next to Suki. And Suki's just like, don't stare at this idiot.
Like, I don't know who this is. I've never seen this man before in my life. I don't play volleyball with him. What do you mean?
He's basically like, I'm not Karasuno. What are you talking about?
Can we also really quick add how Daichi's super supportive of like how, because originally Kageyama was for sure like, no, I'm going because this is close to the start of nationals.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I want to do this like real quick. And Daichi's super supportive. And then Suki gets invited. And he's like, oh, that's kind of close to. He's trying to get out of it. And Daichi's like, this is a great idea. Yes. Right, Suki? And then you could tell like they're like,
Gotta listen to the captain.
Yeah. Someone didn't though.
Yeah. I mean, not surprising that Suki got invited because since like last game he was MVP, so
MVP of the team. Yep.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, Hinata crashes the camp. He actually gets to stay, but he only gets to be the ball boy. He can't play. Officially. Which is unfortunate, am I right? But I wanted to highlight the part where Hinata gets in trouble with everyone. The day of getting chewed out. It was so funny because I think Daichi was just hilarious because you could see the panel is just like Hinata's just like kneeling and he's just like, I'm sorry. And then Sugawara was like, oh, both of you. Yes. Like egging him on.
Suga has gotten so much funnier.
Yes.
I think either mid-finals or now, if anything.
Yeah. No, but I just love that like talking bubble. She's like, both of you. Very nice. Very nice. And then like Daichi's like, there's like a little writing. He's like, don't egg him on. He's like, no. But his coach also yelled at him. It's like, why are you, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then I love his line where he's like, but don't underestimate being a ball boy. Just like hinting at him. Like,
yeah, it's a really quick hint.
Yeah. Also, his teacher, his mentor. I feel like that one was a bit scarier.
That was scariest, and that was really funny.
Yeah.
Because he's usually a super lighthearted person. Yeah, the phone call. And the guy was like, usually he seems very nice and very like da-da-da-da, but he's probably the scariest one when he gets really mad, huh?
It's always the quiet ones, quiet teachers. Yeah. But yeah, so basically it's like training camp for everyone, training session for everyone, because it's like 1 month until nationals.
Mm-hmm.
I just love how this mangaka, he highlights the background players, especially for Karasuno, especially at this point.
Yes, at this point, yes.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, it makes sense, because if they're going to go on to next year, they're probably going to be on the team. Their years are gone. These guys have to step up.
Yep. Because they're going to be new first years coming in, like basically a whole new like chapter is about to start. Yeah. But yeah, basically Karasuno's just like ramping up their own team.
Yep.
Did you love how Yamaguchi was just like, what's his name?
Inoshita?
Yeah. How he's like, his floating serve is great. I have to beat him. Like he's getting so competitive with his own teammate.
Was it Inoshita? No, if it's
it was the other guy, right?
No, it was the other guy. Hold on. Because he also
H? It was like
Kinoshita.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I accidentally said the other guy's name. They're all Shida. Oh my god. But yeah, he always hides. Apparently.
Yes. Yes.
But he's gotten Yamaguchi and Kinoshita have like their jump float, like low-key rivalry. But you never notice because Kinoshita never plays.
No, he doesn't.
But even like Coach Ukai was like, every time he's always hiding.
He's hiding from me. But I love the rivalry within Karasuno, because I think that's what makes Karasuno a bit crazier than other teams, because they're like, they think of each other as rivals as well. So just seeing little timid like Yamaguchi be like, I gotta be better. And he's just like, Suki's out there being better, I gotta be better too.
Yamaguchi in the manga is low-key crazier, I feel like.
I think so.
Or more aggressive, it feels.
You're more aggressive, yeah. But what did you think about Hinata being ball boy? Do you think I think he started like learning a whole lot more.
I think to sum it up, the very good point, I forgot this part, and when he said it, it made sense again. He's like, I've been told, and I'm so used to just keeping my eye on the ball, that the moment that he widened his view just a little bit, to paying attention how the form, someone's spike form, someone's positioning, someone's reaction, all of a sudden he knows everything.
Yeah, he sees the floor.
He sees the floor.
Yeah.
He sees like what's going on. He can finally start not just going off of his instinct, but his intuition. I was like, oh my god, yes, this is cool. Oh my god.
Even the assistant coach was like, yeah, he has like, he's intuitive, but he's not. It was just so funny because he was just like, yeah, he's kind of like an empty brain. And then he was like, wait, no. He's not an empty brain.
That's not true. I'm sorry. But it's all thought bubbles. Yeah. And you just see, I was like, like question mark on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was great because Suki's camp was just basically another like gathering of like all these players we've seen in the past together.
It's everyone in the district. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what it is. So reading the manga, I've had a better idea of like where everyone's at now. Mm-hmm. I think when I was watching it, because I was binging, right? I guess I didn't notice as much, but yes, this is everyone in their district.
Yeah, and it was cool because everyone's like, "Oh, Karasuno number 10." Like, oh, why isn't he playing? Like,
they're like ready to like. They all have this low-key rivalry. I'm gonna beat you. Huh? Yeah. Oh, he's not playing. Oh, okay.
They all underestimated being ball boy.
It's training in a different way. That was so cool. I think his training was really cool on this front.
Wasn't it? It was really cool. No,
like
I
actually gaining understanding on a different front. So
yeah, but you know what's scary is that Hinata has always been intrusive thoughts up until now.
Yes. Yeah.
It's now like intrusive thoughts meets intuition meets like some talent. And I think that's what the assistant coach was like, ooh, he's gonna be scary.
Yeah, because I think what the assistant coach or the coach said was like, he was already gifted with athletic ability.
Yeah.
And then he had good quick instincts. And I was like, oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now Hinata's quiet.
Yeah, right? It's just like, ooh, he's just looking around.
Intense. I love how like he just stares, and then everyone's, or I think one of the setters was like,
oh no, yeah,
or one of the players from like Alba Josa is like, he's staring again.
Yeah. It was like, what's his name? Kunomi or something.
Yeah.
He had like a very like straightforward face. He's like, why is he staring? And then like his like Hinata's like date tech friend was just like, oh, another one staring.
He's
Hinata's
also just head ass.
He's just collecting his friends.
Yeah. Yeah, legit though.
Did you like Suki here? Because Suki, I feel like at some points he was like, Hinata moving so much is making me want to do so much more.
Yeah, like Suki's actually starting to become more, I guess, involved. It seems like, because he's usually so laid back, and everyone says it too. He's like there, but not there.
Yeah.
I love the one part with him though was when they all did a jump to block, right? And he's like, damn, I'm the shortest.
I know, like, he was like, oh.
But I think technically he was No, one of them's taller. I think the one from Data Tech is taller. But they're all about the same. It was like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". It's like really close.
Yeah.
But he's the shortest like jump height.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Was it?
I feel like they were like 6'2", 6'3".
I think they were not. I don't think any of them were taller. I think Suki was the tallest, but he's jumped the shortest. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. No,
I'm seeing the panel, but I don't remember the height because it's told the height on each one.
Me too.
I like the height reminders, so that's really nice.
Did you like the part where that one kid, the giant, was just like, "Oh, Hinata, you should have been in my place." Yada yada yada. I was just like, oh.
Which I actually forgot about him until like, because he's the guy from the team that they just relied on him, right? Because he was super tall.
Because he was super tall.
Yeah.
He's like 6'7" or something. Something crazy like that.
But I love how I love how Hinata just vibes with everyone, right? Like he's able to make them feel good. Can we also talk about how Hinata like totally got Goshiki? Like it's like low-key trauma. And Goshiki's like, what's this feeling? I've never felt this. It's been so long since someone's had
giving me praise. Like
giving me praise, because he's like, I'm so used to everyone being cold or just like talking shit about me. And then
Hinata is just goading people in the best way.
Yeah, because then Kendaichi's like, oh, never mind, he's easy.
Yeah.
Because they're doing like practice after, so they're like trying to get people to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I mean, as you're reading this, Hinata's like receiving or like reading the ball has gotten really good.
He's able to reading the ball and able to somewhat predict how he should move.
Yeah.
And I think he gained a new move where he just literally like jumps to reset himself and then moves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his splatter split step or something. I love how he's just like rethinking about other things he's done with his old friends. He's like, splatter, and then his friend's like, no, split. His little monkey brain.
Yeah, he like pull from, and again, it's just another thing that Karasuno does is they pull moves. They like quote unquote steal moves, and it's not just from volleyball. That was a tennis thing, or his friend was a tennis player, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then I mean we pan over to Kageyama being at camp with all of these like top tier like high school kids.
Yep. That was cool too.
Wasn't that cool?
You get introduced.
And then like he was spiking and like they were introducing like a whole new group of people that we'll see later on.
Yep.
I feel like the most hilarious thing that came out of Kageyama's camp was that Sakusa, the guy in the mask, he was like approaching Kageyama. He's like, "How'd you beat him? What'd you do? How'd you what'd you practice?"
Like, what tricks did you do?
Yeah.
And he's like, we just beat him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, and I heard you're really good, but you've been kind of you seem kind of normal.
Yeah.
And homeboy was about to beat the shit out of him.
I love him. He's just an emo kid.
Yes.
But did you take anything away from Kageyama's youth camp?
About
Kageyama, at least.
Essentially, he's a well-rounded player, but then that one setter, what's his name? Atsumu. The blonde.
Yeah, one of the twins.
Yeah, one of the twins. Or right now we don't know he has a twin, right?
Oh yeah, it's true.
Excuse me.
Whoops.
But yes, that guy. He tells him that he's really good, and he's like, "Oh, but why are you setter?" And then he calls him a goody two shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
we later learn on why.
At first, I was like, I remember when I read it again, I knew what was gonna happen, and I forgot still. And I'm like, yeah, why is he calling him goody two shoes? I forget. What's the big deal?
Well, what's the big deal is because there's a practice game with Date Tech, and then we find out what the big deal is.
Yeah. Now we know.
Now we know. Yeah. That practice game was crazy. It was intense.
It was literally just, and it's crazy because of how far Karasuno has come. But even Date Tech was like, they're kind of off today because they kept losing a lot.
Yeah.
But it's because I think
they're trying new things.
Because all while these two are having training camps, they're also training by themselves too, right?
Yeah.
I think this is when Karasuno or Kageyama starts blowing up against some of the players.
Of his teammates. Yeah.
This is like the final climax of like his old trauma.
His old self.
Yes, I thought that was cool though.
The king of the court.
Yeah. Get recrowned, essentially.
Yeah. But Hinata's just like, what's the big deal? Just complain.
No, it's cool because it's like Suki's the only one that's like saying, oh, he's reverting to being the king.
Yeah.
But then it's nice that for once this team is perfect because they don't view it. They don't take any.
They don't view it like that.
They don't view it as like a bad thing. They're like, we know what he means, but he's just really bad about talking. They just know how he is. And I think that's what it is. They built that relationship.
It was basically like his old teammates like didn't know how to communicate back to him because he didn't know how. But then here it's just like, just argue with him. Hinata's just like, just fight him.
Just fight him. If you don't like it, just don't listen.
Yeah.
And then Tanaka's like, yeah, I don't like it, so I don't listen. He's not wrong though. But I'm not listening.
They're all low key like.
No, because the first person was Nishinoya, and he was like, you're in the way, and he's like, what you say? He's like, you're in the way of the spiker, blah blah. He's like, oh okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be a straight up like blowout.
Yeah.
And I forgot, and I'm like, oh, there was not.
No. But I thought this was a good practice game because like everyone was just basically feeling out for each other again because it feels like a new Karasuno team basically because they have all new like weapons that they have going on and like practicing everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was really cool just to see everyone just be newer.
Yep.
But then like figuring out like how to play with each other again because that was like a rough part.
Oh yeah.
The other team was like, is it me or are they off?
Are they
because okay?
Karasuno just won their the finals, and they won against the top like powerhouse team. So of course they're like, what's going on? It's kind of weird.
But I mean, their blocking's great. I thought it was really cool how the coach was just like, Hinata, you should just get lost in the crowd. Because they were having issues with the wall, the iron wall, basically. So I thought that was really cool because they kept watching Hinata this entire time. And it's just, it was cool to see him kind of evolve in his bubble. I
It was
just
cool.
love it.
It's cool to finally see him progress a lot more.
Because his gears
Again.
are like going.
Yeah.
Like
But
actually
I feel
going.
like, yes, he's been progressing, but this is like the first time he feels like he is learning
Something
he
new.
is learning.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
No.
And everyone's also freaked out by it too, but yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, I think Hinata's kind of learning like, oh, like, yes, I can score, but also like, I can be this distraction for everyone.
Like actually do it on his own terms too.
Yes. I love it.
It's great.
I love seeing their quick. It's so cool. Their
So
quick
cool.
is great.
It's always so cool.
It's so good. But yeah, let's just get into Daichi's nightmare right before nationals.
Which is actually like a very found fear. It's not.
This man is like so fearful of the volleyball court just being taken away from him at school.
It's because it kind of already low-key happened. That's why.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, as we're ending this arc, it's basically everyone's kind of prepping for nationals. It's like a rest day for them right before the tournament starts. Daichi, like all the third years, they go out and like try to get their fortune. And it was really cute.
It's cute that like they're all actually close, and even like Gyoko is actually close with them in a sense too.
I know, it's really cute because she's just like, you guys would do well. All the boys are like,
why do you guys need to? Yeah, it's like, why do you guys need to like wish for it?
Yeah,
you guys are gonna win.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh,
she knows. But I just love that like Daichi's just like, let me just check on the school grounds for quickly. But then like his whole team's there just like practicing with each other. I think this is where Haikyu does it right, where it's like, yes, there are intense games and practices and tournaments, but then you have to really remember that they're just high school kids. They just want to have fun.
Yeah. Some people don't understand flow. Because I remember some people were like, oh, it's taking a break, and it's like, oh, the downtime, and I think it's just like, it's not really the right mindset with some of these things. You need to have. You gotta have the flow.
But Daichi does have a point. Like, we got rest a little bit. This is nationals, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I think Karasuno's ready to move on.
I'm ready to see nationals. It's great.
Rewatch it again.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know if you have anything else. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything.
No, you got most of it. I feel like.
No. Yeah, it was good. It was great.
Yeah.
It's perfect, just like them.
They're not perfect. They're working towards stuff. What do you mean?
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
This was a quick and short training arc because we're getting ready to ramp up for nationals.
It's gonna be insane.
Yes, so intense. But thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on all of our socials at NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, comment down below your favorite parts in this training arc. What did we miss? If we missed anything. Your favorite characters, even. But yeah, like this video, subscribe, all those good stuff. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.